Hello, guys. We are back with another preview. To my left, I've got the smiley Matt.
Hello, how are you, Dan?
I'm very well. Hope you're well.
Well, yeah, I don't feel very well, but there you go. That's another story. It's not the COVID anyway, so I'll be around next week, hopefully.
Yeah,
Unless it's something worse.
That if everything's open next week,
Yeah.
we're in.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? I think we might not have any football matches to talk about soon if we're not careful. But anyway, let's not go off on that tangent.
Yeah, it is Forest v Hull tomorrow. I mean, going into it after scoring 4 goals last week against Swansea, so it's quite optimistic time at the minute.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it was a fantastic result, wasn't it, against Swansea? A masterclass, really. It was kind of Sabri at his best, where you had very little possession and you score all the goals. So Cooper did really well, but it's the same thing, isn't it? We get all the results on the road, and it'd be nice now if we can put on some big performances at home. We have had a couple of half decent performances, but it'd be nice if we could score 3 or 4 tomorrow at home and really get on a roll, because you win your away games as well as your home games, and you're going to be even better than just top of the form league.
Yeah, I mean, it's like our away form is our home form, and our home form is our away form. They always say that you win your home games, then wherever we get away from home, it's perfect.
A point's good, yeah. I mean, it's always the mantra, isn't it? Win at home, draw away, and you will be in the top 2 if you do that for the whole season. But we're winning away all the time, near enough, and drawing at home. So it's bizarre. If we could just get a few better results at home, it would, be perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we're top of the form book for the last 15 games as well, which is what told us that after the season start, you'd be slapping a hand off near enough.
It's unbelievable, really. He's done a fantastic job, and I mean, to turn it around that quickly is incredible. I mean, I was at the point that, Houghton should have gone the end of last season as far as I was concerned. But the fact they kept him, I thought every game they kept him was one game too many. And I thought that, what was it, 6 games, I think, in the league, was it? That's a high percentage of the league gone with basically no points, 1 point or something. It's like, it's a hell of a lot to make up, because at the end of the season it's going to be goal difference here, point there, make a huge difference. If we could sort of finish the season, then have sort of 6 extra games to have a go to get whatever we need, we're going to be in a good position wherever we are, really, aren't we? So he's done fantastically well, and hopefully he can just keep it up. Hopefully it's not a honeymoon, a very long honeymoon. It's par for the course for him. But we've got a decent team. We had a decent team before, and the danger now, of course, is January and the injuries we've had and all this kind of stuff. And that's the next sort of obstacle he's got to deal with. And, it's going to be tricky. I see Lolly's out for a little bit now. He's going to have to be quite smart with his signings and, potentially using people from the under-23s, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, probably they will have to. I mean, you probably seen what the EFL said yesterday, saying that there's got to have 14 players, including 1 goalkeeper anyway, from the first team squad. That's without the under-23, so even then we should could use the under-23s, but then we still used quite a few under-23s already in this season.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be interesting. I mean, obviously the fullbacks are the main concern. I guess Lowe must be getting towards getting back to fitness, and it's just a question of whether they get taken away from us in January or what, I guess. But that's a big hurdle. In a way, it would almost be better if there wasn't a January transfer window, as far as I'm concerned. I'd rather almost we just went straight through and said forget it and stick with what we've got. I'd take that, because we're doing well enough the way things are.
Yeah. I mean, they all said that the January transfer window shouldn't be open anyway. So
no, people are always so. Oh, we got to sign a striker. We got to, they're always looking at new signings. We're top of the league with what we've got. You should, okay, of course, you'd love to have someone else, and people can get injured and form and all that kind of stuff. But we shouldn't be too quick to mess about with what we've got. You know, we've got it fairly okay. It's, you know, whether we can keep it that way is a different matter. But you know, he's making a good fist of it at the moment, and sometimes it can do more harm than good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got Hull tomorrow, which they seem to be on a good running form as well. Like, I think them 4 and drew the last 2 at the last 6 games or something. So it'd be another very interesting match.
We always seem to play people when they're on their best bit of form, really, usually, or vice versa when they're not, and then they turn it around against us. But it shouldn't really make much difference. You'd like to think we're good enough to win the game. You know, who knows? Like I say, you tend to imagine it's going to be the same as normal, and we're going to sort of struggle more than we should and win 1-0, hopefully. But the main thing is the points, and we definitely don't want to draw this one. We win this, keep the run going. You know, get the points on the board as quick as possible, sort of thing, before, you know, while the going's good, you know, and with January looming and all that kind of stuff, you know, just get the points on the board because we're playing catch up as it is.
Definitely. I mean, they got that George Honeyman, I think they get the first name George. They got Honeyman. I'll probably say he's the main man. I don't really know the horse that well, but Honeyman, and they got that Longman.
I've got no idea. To be perfectly honest with you, I couldn't. Don't test me on her. I've got no idea. It's all about us as far as I'm concerned. So no, we should be all right. We shouldn't need to worry about too much with it. We just got to get our own game right, and you know, hopefully there's no fresh injury concerns, and they can put out a similar team as they did last time at least, and hopefully it'll be okay.
How do you feel about Yates? Because there's been that bit of talk this week about Yates coming in and playing like the sweeper defender, and that free.
Yeah, I was sort of surprised at that, and it's funny, you know, when Yates wasn't Yates he is now. I always used to. He's a centre half, really. He plays football like a centre half, and I didn't really appreciate that he was playing more of the third centre half, more like a Ben Watson type thing against Swansea. But well, why not? Why not? I actually think it's funny with our midfield. We seem to be obsessed with playing everyone as the holding, you know, midfielder. For me, it's Colback's the natural one, but it's probably Yates' best position as well. And then we've played Jada there and Garner as well. And, you know, again, blinking Cafu's probably it's his position really, but we play him more like a number 10. So it's kind of a bit bizarre. And Cooper's been a little bit more kind of normal about it than like Houghton was. But yeah, it was interesting seeing him do that. And that's a bit of a conundrum. And it was really nice this week to see old Tyrese Forner getting a new contract, which I was a little bit concerned he might not, and it might be someone that slips through our fingers. But he's another one of those players. So for me personally, I probably wouldn't play Yates there just because I don't know. I think it's not with the players we got. It's not the best option, but he can do it, and I think we're kind of spoiled for those. And we need probably a couple more. I think Jada's more of an advanced player, and we probably need 1 or 2 more like that, like Silva of old or whatever. You know, those kind of guys. Yeah. But we'll see.
Funny enough, I know the one against Yates for playing centre this week been quite a lot of talking point, but. Did you go to the Bradford game in the court?
Yes.
I mean,
he came on then, didn't he?
Yeah, he came on at centre half then, funny enough, with Fig. So it's like second time done it this season, and right handed after don't look out of shape.
No. Centre half isn't the hardest position on the pitch to play if you've got good players around you, sort of thing. So. No reason why not. But we've got lots of centre halves, haven't we, and stuff. So you know, we haven't got so many midfielders. But it worked really well at the weekend. You know, Cooper again. It was the other thing which I thought was cool was Cooper again producing a massive response in the second half. It's a shame he can't start games like that because we will be winning all our games if he could play the first half like the second half. But he seems to always figure things out and vastly improve our performances in the second half. And even if we don't get a win, whatever happens, we improve, and we usually have the best of the second half. So it's all good signs. So we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hopefully we do start the second half, first half tomorrow against Hull. I mean, with Joe Lolly being out as well, it's looking more like we are going to play St. Johnson as the two. Because I think I was saying earlier in the week saying that we could play St. at number 10 with Lolly and Johnson for a game or two, but it's looking like it's going to be St. Johnson that going to be the winners again.
Yeah, I mean, people write Lolly off all the time, but it's unfortunate. He never seems to get picked when he's kind of fit, and then when he's not fit, are the times we could do with him most. I don't know what's going on with his fitness, but he's obviously got some chronic conditions, and they just got to manage it, I guess, because he's an important player for us, and. Yeah, it's funny. We haven't got that many choices now, and that's always the danger, isn't it? I guess if you have a team that's being successful, the people in possession are the ones you believe in, you rate, and you think, oh, you got to pick them, and it gets harder for other players to come in. So it's always juggling your assets around and sort of keeping a few fringe players involved if you can, but. We've got a situation now where there aren't that many fringe players that are looking, like live ones that we can bring in and switch out very easy. So we're one or two injuries away from a little bit of problems there, but hopefully we're all right and we can see it through until January at least.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, the under-23 game got called off tonight, so most of the players that could be playing tonight could in the future tomorrow now.
Yeah, well, who knows? Like I say, I mean, I've always been a big fan of Forner getting a chance, but I don't think they're going to throw him in a hurry now. But we'll see. It was a shame that game was called off, but we'll see what they come up with tomorrow, and it'll probably be the same stuff. I mean, Cooper is fairly predictable. He does kind of like the right things. He picks kind of the obvious teams. There's very little debate about his team selections, really. At most, there's like one or two, one player maybe, which people say, well, I'm not sure about that. But he just does all the right things, sensible football decisions. And, it's nice for a change, isn't it? It's nice to sort of be able to predict these things and not feel a huge amount of anxiety every week about what the hell's going to go on and the impending doom.
Yeah, I do actually agree with that. So it's near enough. And I was saying the other day, so I was saying that it's nice to have that bit of consistency as well. I mean, knowing that if we do play Yates in that thingy, and for instance, that we do one out of subs, just saying that we do, not saying that I hope we don't. And saying that, I don't know, if Hall come onto it that much, that we can actually change that formation in game and just say you can slot in and do the 3-4-3 or whatever formation they do play.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I agree. Cooper's done really well with that. That we can do a back four, back three, and change things around because he's obviously come in late. He hasn't got his players. He's, we're in a desperate situation. He's put the points on the board. He's developed lots of options. He's changing games. He's doing everything right in that respect, isn't he? Really, and he's suffered some injuries recently, which have been difficult as well. So I particularly like the fact that we can go from a 3 to a 4 and all this kind of stuff, and and make the subs and change things up and be proactive. And he's doing it every time, and it's working. And it's really what the game's all about, isn't it? That was the thing which drove you nuts before, was you're kind of losing and we're just sitting there and just taking it. Whereas now, and when we conceded the goal, you thought, that's it, we're done. The best we're going to get to draw. Whereas now you can see the goal, and whether it's the players or whether it's the fans, we honestly, you don't feel like it's the end of the world now, do you?
No.
You just think, oh, we're going to get 2. And we usually do. Well, at least we try to get 2. And more often than not, it works.
Which is nice to see. I mean, I think I said it the other week against West Brom, saying that they went down to 10 men, we made that sub literally within seconds.
Yeah. No, it gives everyone belief in what's going on, doesn't it? You know, especially the players, because they know that they're going to be given every chance to win games, and you know, and the fans too, and everyone's pulling in the same direction. So it's he's done a fantastic job. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's last game before Christmas tomorrow, and
Yeah.
obviously, so it's like hopefully we do go off into that Christmas Day with a win.
Yes, I mean that's right. He deserves to get a win to sort of round off the year. Hopefully, you know, we're not tempting fate, and that's what will happen. You never can tell though. But whatever happens, he's done fantastically well since he's come in, and you know, a win, we'll be in a very, very strong position, and we can all enjoy our Christmas lunches and be really looking forward to next year.
Yeah, definitely.
Which makes a change. It's been a long, many a year really before we've been in this kind of position where you know you're looking forward to games and imagining you're going to just your position is going to get better and better.
Which is nice because we are looking forward to games again, not like what's in lockdown and then only hooting for them first couple of games. It's just nice that we are going to games now and actually putting seeing that we've seen whatever else is going outside at the minute out of the way.
It's a virtuous circle, isn't it? Once you know you get reasonable results on the pitch, you know everything gets easier. Players want to join you. Players want to stay with you if they're on loan. You know, like everyone's saying all these people want to leave. I think everyone in the team is really enjoying it at the moment. Why wouldn't they? They probably all want to stay. No one wants to leave, go off to some other place. Probably at the moment they want to finish the job, and they're all probably quite excited. They're in a perfect position. You know, it's like you know, it's like Steve Cram in the 1500 meters. He's coming around the final bend, and we are in a perfect position to attack. So. Yeah, I mean, what's not to look forward to for next year? So, you know, let's not count our chickens before they're hatched, but keep things going. There's no reason why it should go wrong. Negotiate January successfully, and we're going to be in a very, very good position.
Yeah, definitely. What would your scoreline be tomorrow?
Oh, let's say 1-0 and to be a little bit kind of, you know, pinch of realism. I'd like us to score 2 or 3 goals, perhaps. But let's say 1-0 is probably more realistic. It's probably what's going to happen. We'll probably have a slow first half. Everyone will be grunting and groaning, and we'll probably have to rely on a sort of, I don't know, a scrappy goal or something stupid like that. But yeah, it'd be nice to like put on some shows at home. But yeah, let's just take the win, 1-0.
Definitely. I'd like to say thank you for coming on.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye.